Welcome to the latest and greatest episode of Dialogue Tree. We talk any and all things video games. My name is Ryan Smith, and I'm joined, as always, each and every week, twice a week, as a matter of fact, by my co-host and editor, Jordan Sims.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well. You okay?
No, I cannot get through the intro without either throwing up or coughing.
Well,
I've got a bucket for the coughs.
There you go.
And just throw up in the floor.
A good thing we got that little Roomba running around fixing up stuff, so it works.
Bitch, we can't afford no Roomba.
It works late and hard.
My brother has got maybe it's not a discount Roomba, but he had a Roomba and it was always yelling at it. That's my experience with Roombas.
I thought you were going to say it was always yelling. I was like, whoa, he got one of the...
That's not a discount.
I was like,
that's that Tesla upcoming... actually, we probably shouldn't talk about that.
Is Tesla going to take over the world? Oh, what you been up to this week?
I played Doom.
Oh, the new one?
Yes,
the
new one.
I guess the sequel to the new one?
It's the newest one, yes. Doom Eternal.
What you think?
For the, I almost said N64. I've been playing Doom 64. Now I've been playing Doom Eternal, sequel to 2016. So only a couple, 2 or 3 hours in, so not a whole lot to say about that. It's more of the same, pretty much. Little, odds and ends that they've put on, a new story, etc. They have it's even more fast than even faster than 2016, which is already just the fastest game in the world, because you're getting speed boosts in this game now more often. I don't know if you actually got any in 2016's. Definitely going to continue to play that. I don't think I'll probably have that beat by sometime next week if I continue at it. I actually beat a couple games. It's been a minute. I beat what was that game that I was working on for a minute?
I don't remember.
Help me out here. I deleted it off my.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
No, okay. Never mind.
Yep.
No, I guess it wasn't that memorable. Hold on. I actually have completely... Wait. Hold on. I actually write this stuff down in a list titled Games I Beat This Year. So let me just go over to Google Docs. Hold on. Games I played 2020. The year of Satan. Okay. Wait. Oh, Dishonored 2. I beat Dishonored 2 like the day before they took it off Game Pass. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, Microsoft just bought Bethesda, so I don't know if it's actually going to leave Game Pass. I got a notification that Doom Eternal, which I bought, earlier this year, is going to Game Pass. But whatever. I gave the developer a little bit of money. Started and beat Transistor in a couple days. It's not very long. It's Supermassive, I think is the title of that studio. Really good, really weird, emotional game. Actually has kind of some fun, interesting time-based mechanics. Amazing voice acting. That's one thing that I can tell is they really care about voice acting. This and Bastion both have incredible talent working on it in that respect. And I've heard the Hades, when I've watched some streams and stuff from Hades, they also have really good voice acting. But just wonderful, sad story, weird story, because you're not really sure what goes on at the end. Definitely recommend that. Of course, that's a few years old now, so I'm sure a lot of people have already played it, but I definitely do not regret playing that. I'm going to move on to Pyre, which is probably 2 years old, 2 or 3 years old. It's the game that they came out with before Hades, so I'm looking forward to that. But I actually picked up and purchased Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters 1 and 2 today, the day we're recording this. A game, first of all, beautiful. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack of the originals when they first came out really shaped my musical taste then and now. I love that all the old stuff, and there's actually some good new stuff. Very pretty, like I said, or didn't say. I'm not that far into it. I'm only in the second level of the first game. The gameplay is still really fun, really fluid. I love the sound design as well. When your board lands on the ground, it has a really nice. I don't even know how to describe it. It just sounds like a skateboard landing on the ground. Really,
thunk, like
it's a thunk, but it's a very unique thunk. You can hear the wheels themselves and almost kind of move around. It's really, really pleasing to the senses.
Yeah, that definitely adds a lot to a game when sound design is good.
But this game is hard as tits. I haven't played this game probably since, I don't know, it's been 10, 15 years. Definitely more than 10 years, probably 15 plus years since I played these games when I was a kid. And I'm having a lot of trouble stringing together combos that aren't just grinding, which seems to be by far the easiest way to get a lot of points. I'm having a lot of trouble breaking like 100,000, especially on, I think Schoolyard is or something is the name of the second level. There's not as many grinds back to back, but still really, really enjoying it.
I think from what I've seen from people playing it, I think you just got to get back into the rhythm, and it's like muscle memory. You kind of just got to remember.
Oh, I definitely don't have muscle memory for this game.
No, okay.
I played the game for 4 hours today. I mean, like I said, it's been 15 years, and it's a little more complicated than riding a bike.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so I'm sure you'll fall back into it. Let's see. You talking about?
I need to go back to the show notes. What?
You talking about Supergiant Games reminded me that I beat Hades.
Oh, really? Is it Super Giant or Super Massive? It's
Supergiant.
Okay, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Good game.
I think Super Massive makes Until Dawn.
Yes. Too many people to remember what makes what. But apparently, I played it in early access, and then now I guess it's out or whatever, but apparently they just added...
You didn't know that you played it in early access?
I forgot. Like, I
okay.
I guess it was like on the tail end of them coming out with it, because I played it a couple times before earlier this year. But I guess they like just added sometime recently, like the ending. And so I got to that and played it, and it was like, it's still a solid game. I like it a lot. The weapons are still cool. Power-ups, the lore, the little bits of story you can get here and there. The voice acting's impeccable. I need to play through it a couple more times just to get more story and learn some more stuff, because I am curious about some of the beats you didn't get to hear throughout different people's interactions and stuff, and using different weapons and such, because some of the gods and stuff you get power from comment on what weapons and stuff you're using, so that kind of plays into the story, and so I'm curious to see what they'll say if you use certain weapons or use different power-ups or something like that. So,
oh gosh, that sounds kind of awful.
No.
I mean, that sounds like an awful reason to play through the game, because if you're just searching for voice lines, you're gonna cycle through every single weapon.
No, not all of them. Because it gives you, like, ultimately, I know, obviously, since I beat the game, I know how the game ends, but it doesn't, there's still like little bits and pieces of story that I want to know, because I'm curious, because of like how they wrote the lore and stuff. And so I might go back and play some of it, play different sections of it, to see what's what.
I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to playing the game. Playing the game, I don't think I could ever do that, because it sounds very tedious and luck based. But I'll play the game because it looks fun. For sure.
It's a fun game. I like it a lot. I mean, I ran through it twice. Like, I beat it once and then turned around and beat it again.
Apparently, but I think you have to beat the game like 10 times to actually beat it. Apparently,
yeah, like apparently, like
to get the true ending or something.
Yeah, something to like. That's what I was talking about with all the dialogue and stuff. Because
it's a roguelike type deal. So it's not like you're playing through The Last of Us 2 10 times. It's more like
you're meant to die.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it comes in. They actually plays into the story when you die and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And you get different weapons and stuff, and different power-ups and people's interactions and stuff, and you can raise their affection. That'll tell you more story and different stuff, and decorations and yada yada. And so, but
just trying to find Aphrodite every time.
I do like her power-ups though.
Yeah, you do.
A couple of times, this isn't a spoiler or anything. You'll get a choice of two different power-ups, and if one of them's Aphrodite and one of them's somebody else, and you don't choose Aphrodite, she'll be like, why didn't you choose me? Because she's the goddess of love, and so she'll get like hurt feelings about you. Not choosing her. Still working on my Zoid that I talked about last episode.
No, you didn't already talk about that. I had an aneurysm.
Yeah, that is a bitch. The M in master is not a joke. It is. I should have started with something much simpler for my first.
Start with Legos. You work your way up to
whatever.
Zoids.
Whatever. Yeah, I guess
it goes Lego, Bionicle, Zoid.
Apparently, because man, it is no joke. The insides have insides, and the inside parts have parts that move, and this and that.
Parts that move.
It is insane.
Why? Oh no! Ugh.
It's insane.
Ugh.
You would thoroughly not enjoy.
No,
this. You would.
I would
hate
not.
It. So, but it took me a little bit to get into it, but now I'm kind of getting through the groove. I'm taking my time with it, trying not to rush it, trying not to get frustrated. It did take me a little bit to realize that they're not called swaths, whatever they're called. The pieces of plastic where you click out all the pieces, they have letters on them. So I was looking through the book, which is entirely in Japanese, trying to find.
There's no English?
No, they don't make them in English.
You got to get that Google Translate out, baby.
Well, no, I know what it says. You just look for the pictures because it tells you the letters of what things are. I just had to find the letters on the thing, and I didn't realize that they had letters for about 30 minutes into the build. And so I was just picking up pieces.
Guessing?
I was just picking up pieces of plastic and looking at it and being like, is this the piece I need?
Oh, no.
And then once I realized, I was like, what is G1? What is G1? And then I was like, oh, they have letters on them. Thank God. So now I have it kind of figured out, okay, for this piece of the build, I need, these 3 letters and these parts from these letters. And so, you kind of get into a rhythm and kind of figuring it out. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh, that's fun. You excited about Minecraft, Steve?
I saw they were announcing a character this morning.
Yes, I saw that last night. So
didn't for the life of me expect that it was going to be Steve at all. Mind blown. I guess it just chalks it up to anybody can be in Smash now. Anybody they can figure out how to put in Smash can be in Smash. With, obviously if the companies can work together, they can be in Smash. So a lot of variables to go into. Apparently they're going to do another direct or something to give us more information on it in a couple days. But it's crazy. He looks like I have no clue how he's going to play. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm also not a game designer, but I will definitely.
Did you watch his gameplay?
Yeah. He crafts and puts blocks down and has swords and different stuff like that. And so, I'm going to play him because I got the season character bundle pass or whatever it's called. So, I'll get him and play him and try him and try to figure him out. But it definitely seems, sure, it was a surprise to see him coming to Smash. I don't know who I expected, but I definitely didn't expect Minecraft Steve.
He's the most popular character in the world.
Everybody does know Minecraft. It's true. It is a popular game. People do love Minecraft. I like Minecraft, so I thought I'd be more excited for him to be in the game. Maybe
I figured you'd be more excited.
Well, maybe once I play him, I'll be like, oh, dude, this is awesome. But now it's just kind of like, it's cool. But I don't know who I would have wanted to make me excited. But it also might be because I have a sour taste of Smash in my mouth, and it's not Smash's fault. It's just my own fault for playing too much Smash and getting salty over it. But that's just how it is sometimes.
Kind of getting more and more glad I didn't buy that fighter pass because I don't even remember the last. Wait, Min Man. I did buy Min Man, so that's
Min Man Hero. Blythe.
That was last year.
Yeah, Min Man.
I'm talking about the current fighter pass.
Oh yeah, Min Man. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just want a character to kind of blow me away, and Min Man was cool. I just couldn't care less about Minecraft Steve. I was like, wow, that's like the most boring, predictable character you could have gone with. But
I can see how. I think it wasn't predictable. Like they could have gone with something that was more close to home, something from one of their studios or something like that. I feel like it's
nothing that they own is as popular as Minecraft.
Well, yeah, but Nintendo doesn't own that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, okay, true.
The reason it's not Minecraft was, and I'm kind of surprised it wasn't already in there. The only reason that I was a little surprised that it was Steve was because I almost figured that he would have already been in there.
I thought he was going to come to the game as a Mii Fighter skin.
No, he's way too popular for that. Undertale gets Mii Fighter skins.
Yeah, true. People went crazy for that skin too, and it was like, he's not even in the game. He's just a skin.
Well, you haven't played the game.
Well, I know, but still, it's, it's like if they did a Morgan Freeman skin or whatever, I wouldn't lose my mind.
I think I would lose my mind more than anything if Morgan Freeman got a Smash skin.
I'd be like, well, that's cool, but damn it, why can't you just put him in the game? I want to play him in Smash, run around, just mess people up with the crowbar.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it has to do with other, crowbar.
Yeah.
Morgan, you said Morgan Freeman.
Oh, holy shit, I am so sorry.
Yo, Morgan, what's going on, buddy?
Oh my gosh, I misspoke.
You're talking about Gordon Freeman.
Yes. I was real confused because in my head I was like, why is Morgan Freeman narrating Half-Life? Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. But yes, I was talking about Gordon Freeman.
What?
It's like, why can't he use a crowbar?
I guess he could. I mean, you fight him in one of the South Park games. He doesn't use a crowbar, though.
Oh, you do? That's funny. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, Minecraft Steve in Smash.
Yeah, I'm not super excited, but what are you gonna do? It just looks more and more like that. They're just not gonna. There's not gonna be any Resident Evil characters or Kingdom Hearts characters or anything that's remotely interesting. But I know a lot of people are probably happy now because it's super, super popular character. The only thing, only a couple things can even touch that franchise that has 2 games in it. But that is not what this episode is about, ladies and gentlemen. This episode is actually about Amazon Luna. Sorry. So actually, this got not leaked, but there were rumors about Amazon releasing their own cloud gaming thing, as probably last year are the most recent ones.
Yeah, you always hear tricklings of stuff here and there about upcoming rumors and leaks and different stuff like that, and lo and behold, this turned out to be true.
Yeah, I was not really surprised at all.
It does kind of make sense. I mean, Amazon's done a bang up job with Prime, just as a super nutshell example. Not even trickling into all the other stuff they've done. Why not try their hand at?
Well, that's the reason it makes sense is because they're like the third or whatever biggest company in the world.
Yeah, they have the money to do it. They might as well just try it.
I mean, I want them to
Ice Machine.
try it, do a better job than Google.
I think they will.
They can't do a worse job.
That's true.
I mean, I just completely forget about if I didn't get Stadia commercials constantly on YouTube, then I would completely forget that was even a thing.
Yep, Stadia was definitely dead on arrival.
People, you have to pay for the games, Jordan. You have to pay for the games in Stadia. What the So, a little more about Amazon Luna, as they are calling it. It is going to come out in some sort of limited beta type thing. By the way, all this information came from, where did I write it? Digital Trends, so thank you to those guys. So it's going to come out in a limited time. I just said this. Sometime this month, and it's going to be in US only. You can request access. It's going to cost, at least at launch, with a base price of $6 a month. And then there's going to be like these channel things that you can add on for extra money.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. It almost kind of feels like this is cable. Is this going to be a thing?
Yeah, I could see that. You get Amazon video game cable.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you want to watch Hallmark movies? I don't think you have to pay for Hallmark.
I don't think anyone wants to watch Hallmark movies.
You know what I mean? I'm not very versed in cable channels anymore, but you want to play, whatever game.
You want USA Network?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You want to watch Gibbs and Suits?
Oh, yeah, I know Suits.
It's actually not a terrible show.
It's not. I like it. They get away with a lot of shit.
I wonder if they're still going.
I think they're on 9. Season
9? There's no way in hell.
I've watched.
There's no way.
I watched season 8.
Wormtail from Harry Potter must be getting on up there.
Wormtail?
The, The lawyer.
Lewis?
Yeah.
He's Wormtail in Harry Potter?
He looks like him.
Dude,
Literally the first thing when I watched that show was like, is that Wormtail?
Dude, that guy.
That's Wormtail without his makeup.
That guy's a dick. I hate Lewis.
They're all dicks.
No.
Harvey's a dick.
Harvey is.
He's just charming and handsome, and that's the only reason.
That makes him not a dick.
No.
If you're charming and handsome, you
Oh
can't
my
be a
gosh, they are on 9 seasons.
I told you, yeah.
It's been going since. Has no one caught this little prick?
Oh no, they do. They do.
He's in jail.
Oh no, well, that was one season, and then he gets the lawyer from jail, and then
What?
yeah, he like
He
represents.
gets the lawyer from jail.
He represents a criminal, and then like something.
He gets. You mean he gets to practice law?
in jail.
I don't think lawyer is a verb.
It is now. Yeah, he does go to jail, and it blows up, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, you're not a lawyer. This firm's going."
And then that lady is like, "Your ass is on the line for the 17th time
that's pretty
this
much.
season."
Yeah, pretty much just, and then
Harvey,
and
you
then
better watch your dog.
Yep, that's
Lewis, you're ugly. And then she flips her hair.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Jessica is a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Well, not really, because she never really does anything.
She does something once Mike goes to jail, man. It actually
I bet he still works there.
No, he goes to and works for a non-profit place. We're not going to get into this, but anyway, just
You could just
I'm not going
see the exhaustion in my face.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to get into this. I don't want to have to rack my brain.
I cannot
for
believe
suit
that there were
knowledge.
9 seasons.
Yeah, man, don't test me. I know my suits. Okay, it made me think about being a lawyer for a day, and I was like, if this guy can lie being a lawyer, maybe I can lie my way into being a lawyer. And I decided that's probably a bad idea. Let's not do that. And now I'm a podcaster, so that's that. I hope that. Oh, back to what I was trying to say about channels. Is it going to be? I want to know if it's going to be $5.99 per channel.
We don't know.
I know. But it's one of those things where I'm like, Amazon, give me more fucking information.
If I had to speculate, I'd say that there's probably different prices for each company's channel. Ubisoft, I know, has been confirmed. I think actually they're the only channel to be confirmed. But we also don't know how much that's going to cost. But Ubisoft, for instance, might cost more than
A smaller.
studio. I'm trying to think of an actual, but I honestly can't. Those people that make the publisher that owns Carrion.
Oh, dang it! What's their name? I know what you're talking about, but people
Devolver Digital I don't know, for instance, might have a channel that would probably cost less than, a company where you're getting Assassin's Creed and you're getting Far Cry, etc., and so on.
Yeah, that makes sense. It definitely rings true to the whole cable vibe to it. Maybe, and maybe crowning Game Pass with the title Netflix of games is maybe we don't need multiple Netflix of games like we do with, in the sense of we have Netflix, we have Hulu, we have Amazon Prime.
I understand what you're saying, but why not? What's wrong with...
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that maybe other companies aren't currently suited to do what Microsoft
what makes you
and
think
Game
that
Pass.
Amazon's not suited for it?
I don't know.
I feel like you're jumping to conclusions here.
Maybe,
They already have a bigger foot, a decent foot, I would say, in games. They have their own launcher. Twitch is obviously massive. They give away free games every month, so they have their foot in gaming somewhat. They've seen what other companies are doing, especially Google. And this is honestly, this isn't even really the same thing. It's similar, but it's not Netflix. This is a streaming service. This isn't Game Pass. This is more like Stadia or
GeForce Now.
Yeah, GeForce Now or
whatever it's actually
xCloud.
That, yeah.
And I want more companies to join in. I just want them to do well, because the more, I don't want I don't want cable, but a few companies that I would have the option to choose from, because a lot of them are going to have crossover games. Just like, how many channels can you watch Law and Order on? Probably 10, 15 channels you can watch Law and Order on. Same thing, you're going to be able to get Assassin's Creed Valhalla on several different services, or you know, whether or not you have to buy them, you can stream, or etc., and so on. Those are different options. And if Amazon coming into the space means that, especially Stadia, is going to have to compete and do something
Or
about
die.
or die. Exactly, they had to adapt or die.
That's true. And I was thinking about, just how, like you said, Amazon and Twitch, it is going to be interesting to see, if, for instance, if streamers do start using Luna, and this is just, speculation.
No, streamers are definitely not going to use Luna.
Not to tear me out. Streamers, like, when I say using Luna, I don't mean playing their games on Luna, because obviously they're already streaming and they're already capturing their video. What I'm saying is the Luna Twitch integration. Like, they would use Luna. So you as a viewer would watch the streamer. And then if you had Luna, you could launch the game they're playing in Luna to, like, play it. Not alongside them, but just.
So what would be the point
of what?
What you just said.
Oh, yeah. So the point would be, I don't know, I guess it's going to be cool to see how Luna and Twitch kind of play together.
I don't think they're going to play together at all.
No, you don't think that if whatever streamer is playing whatever game, there's not going to be a, hey, push this button to play this game on your Luna.
Okay, yeah. I don't call that integration. Really, not on any meaningful level. I mean, if you go in YouTube, you can find the game and click on it and search the game.
Well, yeah.
But that's not.
I'm talking about like a layover, like a Luna layover,
No,
like
there
a
will not
floating
be a layover.
like a floating button or something. The same thing they do with drops or something else.
Drops aren't layovers though.
On some people's channels, they are. Yeah, there's like
I've
a
never
little.
seen it.
Yeah, like there's little buttons you can put. Like, yeah, for Overwatch, they've done it for Overwatch. They did it for a Hyperspace. They've done it for Apex.
That's not Amazon though.
I know, but it's the.
But you're saying Luna is going to do this stuff.
Yeah, I think that I think it will give the streamers an option to do it. It won't automatically be done. It's just speculation, is all. Is that they?
I don't see the benefit of that.
The benefit of it is that
At most, there's going to be there'll be a button, and I'm sure they're going to advertise the hell out of it on Twitch. But I'm talking about like what you said specifically is what I'm talking about, where you can it sounded like you were saying, I think this is what you said, correct me if I'm wrong, that the streamers are going to use it.
yeah, I mean, like they're gonna.
How would that's what I'm confused about. I've misspoke a couple times because I'm sure that Twitch they're going to have ads, they're going to have links. I'm sure they're going to sponsor some streamers, but as far as the streamers themselves, how would they, quote, use Luna?
When I said streamers using Luna, originally I was thinking they would play the games on Luna. Then I rethought that and decided that wouldn't really work.
No, that would be awful.
They're already, and now granted, some people, maybe that's how they get their thing into streaming. Maybe they don't get big, but maybe they do stream their games on Luna.
I know
stream
people
on Twitch.
that I know streamers that literally have like 1,000 gigabytes a second that would still not stream on Luna.
I know. I'm just saying it is an option, but the new thought.
No, wait, not 1,000 gigabytes. Holy shit! Definitely not 1,000 gigs a second. A gigabyte a second,
yeah,
probably.
They know what you mean.
Or whatever.
But my new thought for it is that there would just be like an overlay or something on the Twitch page of the streamer you're watching to say, hey, excuse me, whatever game they're playing, you can play this as well in Luna. And then you would click it and maybe you would open it up on whatever
So an ad. You're talking about an ad.
Yeah, but it'd be like an integrated ad. It'd be like part of the screen, if that makes sense.
That's just an ad, though.
Yeah, but it would still just.
That's not the streamer. I thought you had thought of something. I guess that's just an ad.
Oh yeah, but it'd be something the streamer could turn on, obviously, or turn off. It wouldn't just be forced upon the viewer. It would just be, hey, maybe the promo.
If they have an ad, they cannot turn it off.
I mean, I know some people have like promo codes and stuff. That could be.
That's what it would be. But yeah, if you have an ad,
considered.
you can't just turn the ad off.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm talking about like not the streamer being like, hey, I just enabled the button that lets you go click this button and it'll launch whatever game I'm playing on your Luna. If you want to check it out or whatever, you can check it out there.
That sounds like an ad.
Yeah, but it would be in the streamer's control the same way as them telling a promo
How can
code.
a streamer? You can't just say, "Hey, Razer, for this next 15 minutes, I'm actually going to be sponsored by Final Mouse. Sorry.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
That is what you're saying. You're saying that they can turn their ads on and off.
No, what I'm saying is you're misunderstanding. What I'm saying is I'm specifically saying with this Luna, they still have whatever ads they're doing.
Yeah, obviously.
Whoever their sponsors are doing.
This won't affect other sponsors.
This isn't going to.
If Doctor Disrespect's not on Twitch anymore, damn it. If Shroud is sponsored by Luna, that obviously doesn't affect any other sponsorships or ads he has.
No, but all I'm saying is that there will be Luna and Twitch integration for people to easily access the games.
I'm just trying. I don't think that Twitch has ever really done integration like that.
I don't think they have either. I mean, I know that they show whether if you're playing on PC, Sony or Microsoft, like it shows that like streamers can set that as their category, and people can filter by that.
I mean, there's like 1,000 different categories.
But all I'm saying is,
I guess I was just thinking that you had some idea that you thought that they would have some kind of integration.
No,
basically that's just like a fancy ad.
The baseline integration of this thought is just that there will.
I wouldn't even call that an integration. That's an integration to me is something like Legends of Runeterra. It's a card game, and there is an integration. It has nothing to do with Twitch. But some of the people that have played Legends of Runeterra invented, I guess, a Twitch overlay that lets you see the deck of the person who's playing. Mobalytics. To me, I think Mobalytics is the company that made it. To me, that is a Twitch integration, and I don't really know what they could do, Luna. Except for have an integrated ad, like I was talking about, which I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they did at all. I guess to summarize everything I've been saying here, I would not be surprised to see integrated ads for this. I would not be, which of course the streamer I'm assuming would have to agree to. I wouldn't be surprised to see streamers and stuff, streamers sponsored by this or stuff like that. But as far as interesting different stuff Twitch integration wise, I don't really know what they could do.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe they've thought of something, or maybe it's an afterthought. Who knows? Like we have said, they've only just released a little bit of information about this at all. We'll know more in the future, obviously, when it starts to roll out and we start getting some more coverage of it. But
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it does look promising, just from...
It looks... I wouldn't use the word promising. I would use...
Interesting?
Interesting is a very... It's a good word for this.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When I first saw this, like the actual news about it, I was thinking about it, and I was like, is this just going to be dead on arrival? Is it just going to come out and be dead? And I was like, I don't think so. I feel like Amazon is going to do hopefully a better job than Google.
Just the fact that you don't have to pay for games, I think, is a boon and puts them puts them a step ahead of Google.
Excuse me, that's definitely true. I also like the fact that it's one interesting thing is with the obviously it's going to be available on PC and Android.
No, it's not. Not according to really? Digital Trends, unless I missed it or they didn't include it. I wrote down exactly what they said, which was PC, Mac, and iOS.
I'm not
via the web. By the way, apparently iOS is going to have like a web app or something.
Yeah,
which should go around Apple's terms of service or something. Apparently, all this Fortnite stuff that's come out with the 30%. Apparently, Apple has like some kind of deal with Amazon where they don't have to abide by exactly the same rules.
So my understanding of it,
which is why they can do this and xCloud doesn't have to, or xCloud can't has to do the crazy stuff where you have to download every app, but this doesn't.
So apparently, from what I've understood, one, I was just assuming that it was coming to Android. Like I knew that it was coming to.
Yeah, I just assumed too.
I knew it was coming to PC and Apple. Apparently, the way Amazon is getting around this is Apple's pretty much blanket normal term stance for this is they want people to download apps. That's their like their baseline for this. So the way Amazon's getting around this is you're able to play this on iOS devices as you're doing it through the web browser of your phone. So it's not an app. You're doing it. I don't know how it's going to work. That's all that I've seen about it.
Because I know for a fact, like Amazon and Apple have a deal where they can do they have a better deal apparently than everybody else. So I was assuming that was the reason, because why can't I would assume that Epic would have done the same thing. Why wouldn't have Epic have done the same thing with Fortnite?
I honestly don't know. But apparently that's just automatically where my thought goes, and everything I've seen for it when it just says via web, they just mean I assume they just mean literally through the web browser, or it's I
don't know, maybe, but
or it's a web-based app. Which
I just go back to why would Epic lost 60% of their iOS users? Why would they not have done the same thing? They have much more history and experience with games. So I would assume if Amazon had a way to do something like this with video games, Epic would as well. They're literally a developer.
True. Maybe the deal was on the table for Amazon, but not for Epic.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
Because unless I just made this all up, Amazon and Apple have special arrangements that other companies don't.
Yeah, I haven't ever read into it, but I have heard they are pretty buddy. As far as that.
I can't believe this isn't coming out on Android.
True.
That's what's insane.
I mean, 50 to 60% of worldwide probably is Android.
Well, not just that, but Amazon is a much more open platform. Obviously, there's a reason xCloud isn't coming to Apple, but it's coming to Android. It's just easier.
And maybe they want to see the reception of it on iOS devices, whereas they're developing for one or two iPhones, whereas on Android, you got people using Samsungs. There's a little more bit of a intricate design there, software wise. I
don't know if there's more intricate, but there's definitely different
phones, different.
They'll be on iPhone. You have only have a couple. iOS 14, I think is the newest one.
Yeah, I think so.
And all of the iPhones, for most of the iPhones can run iOS 14, whereas a bunch of Androids can't run the newest Android software.
Yeah, and so maybe that's what they're trying to figure out. Maybe they're who knows,
Or maybe I know a lot of apps come to iPhone first because it's I don't know if they pay. A lot of apps come to iPhone first. Yeah. I know that. Or they only come to iPhone.
Yeah, there are some. I will say I am app envious of some of the apps that come to iPhone that I don't find out about until I see a YouTube video on them, because obviously I don't have an Apple product to look in their app store. But yeah, this looks promising. Did you catch the drift that this controller looks exactly like a Pro controller from Nintendo, or is that just me?
No, it looks very, very similar. I would definitely encourage anyone listening to go look up the controller and go look up the Pro controller. It looks like a Pro controller with an extra button or two.
It looks like they just rolled them out of the same factory almost.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain because if Nintendo's not gonna complain, I think the Pro controller is really good. And assuming that this is the same, what's the word I'm looking for? Quality, thank you. Then I would be down definitely to play with that controller on my PC as well. The price on it is actually really good. It's $49.99.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Especially when you're like, oh man, I got to get a new DualShock, whatever.
It's like what, $60 or $70 for a new DualShock or Xbox controller, and I think is it $80 for a Pro controller?
Yes, Nintendo's $80, and then Xbox is around $60 to $70, depending on where you get it from.
PlayStation's the same.
Yeah, probably a little bit less if you get it used.
Well, yeah, you can get
or second owned.
You can get them used for way cheaper, but I mean, we're talking.
Yeah, you're talking about brand new though. Yeah. So
okay, so the Pro controller looks like it's only about $70.
Okay,
so I was wrong.
I guess I always do.
I swore I thought it was. I guess the Joy-Cons are $80.
Are they not $100?
Have I been a pair of Joy-Cons?
Have I been adding more money to Nintendo's stuff to make it seem like I haven't spent too much money on Nintendo? How much are Joy-Cons going for, dude? I assume
They're 80.
Oh, okay. Wow. I guess I just
Okay, so the DualShock 4 is actually like 60.
okay. So I guess we were chalking up prices a little bit there, but that's yeah, $50, not bad for a controller, especially when you don't have to buy a console for it. You can just do it through your computer.
Yeah, I think that besides, hopefully, this won't get too cabley. I do think that this has got some promising features. I think the controller, assuming it is the same, assuming it is as good as the Pro controller, it's at a good price. I will say that it is not. You have to buy it separately, which makes sense because you're not actually buying a console. You're paying a subscription fee, unlike Stadia.
True. It just kind of reminds me with some of the Amazon products. I've seen some people with Echoes and some other whatever else Amazon makes. Oh yeah, I own an Amazon tablet, so that's quality. I was trying to remember if I've actually used for a prolonged time an Amazon product, and I do. I own an Amazon Fire tablet, whatever generation it is, and it's top notch. Handles everything I need to do, which is just literally read comics. But it's a solid piece of technology.
Pretty good pricing too.
Oh yeah, especially on Amazon Day, which I think is coming up pretty soon around the corner.
Sometime this month, apparently.
Oh, I thought it was. I guess it is. Yeah. Okay.
It's usually in the summer. I think.
I don't know. Who knows? Amazon usually yells at me on the day that they're like, "Hey man, it's Amazon Prime. Come spend money." Okay, cool. Thanks, Amazon. They did give us a list of the launch games for this, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty big list. I don't even know if I want to read them all, honestly. I think I want to say they said 72. This doesn't look like 72, though.
I don't think it is 72, boss. It doesn't.
Didn't I copy all the games? Hold on, son of a... I forgot the name of the thing already. Luna.
Amazon,
Not a good name.
Amazon Luna launch games. All these names, man. You got, Stadia, Luna. I guess Stadia is kind of Galaxy-esque. I wonder why they...
I don't think it is. Is it?
I don't know. It makes me think of maybe I just make...
I think you're just thinking of that because Luna.
Luna, yeah.
Okay, so Amazon, Luna, all 72 launch games. Good gosh. You know what? I'm just going to tell you some of the big ones. Because I don't want to...
We don't want to roll through 72 games.
Okay, so... We got Fury, which is really good. A Plague Tale: Innocence. Shadow Tactics: Castlevania Anniversary Collection.
Panzer Dragoon remake. That's a good one.
Overcooked 2. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Paper Beast. I thought that was a PlayStation exclusive. Apparently not. Thimbleweed Park. Resident Evil 7. And there's a bunch more. And apparently... when they're going to launch the Ubisoft channel, you're going to be able to play Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Immortal Stupid Name Phoenix Rising are all going to be available. Plus, I'm assuming more. I don't know if it's going to be have all Ubisoft games or not. That seems like it would be insane, but I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely seems like a solid lineup. Some big hitters to draw some people in, some interesting other titles that maybe get some other people in that are interested in, this type of gaming.
I kind of want to say the big, I think that apparently, Sonic Mania is going to be on there. This does kind of, at least until the channels come out, have a little bit of the Control. As I look at more, Sexy Brutal is a good game, but a lot of these games are just old, which is the same problem that Stadia had, but then this is going to get those new Ubisoft games, and assuming that they can make a deal with other companies, is going to get some nice AAA titles across the board.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It definitely
as well.
Yeah, new, and it definitely depends on what channels are going to be trucking out later. I do want to see how they're going to do with older-ish games. With games that have DLC. Control maybe. Does it come with the DLC?
I doubt it. The DLC just came out.
That's true. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle some of those games and stuff. It looks interesting.
I think that it definitely looks interesting. It has potential. I don't know. This is just kind of wait and see right now.
Yeah, that's true. I like the fact that currently they didn't talk about a subscription price, like a base subscription price, right? They did? Or did they?
Yeah. For now, at least at launch, it's going to be $6 a month.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So,
But
yeah,
that does not include the channels.
gotcha. Okay, so basically, it's kind of like build your own package sort of a thing. You know
It's
what?
cable, like you said.
Yeah, it's you get the base and then whatever else you want. Which sure, why not? It's pretty good to have. I mean, if you had this, I'm assuming that it will be awesome. You got Amazon Luna. It's doing pretty hot, doing pretty well. You got Game Pass. You're pretty set for gaming. If that's in your wheelhouse of things you want to play, you get hundreds of games or however many is going to be on the channel or whatever. You get a pretty good swath of gaming.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be hundreds on one channel, but who knows? That also could depend on the price of each channel. If it's $5, you're probably not going to get hundreds of games. If it's $10, maybe you could get, and then that would also depend on the developers, the publishers, etc. Another thing I would say going in Amazon's favor is that they don't, at least not to my knowledge, they don't shutter things as easily and as quickly as Google. Amazon didn't make a profit until fairly recently, considering how big the company is. They've got Audible, they've got Comixology, they have Twitch. Of course, they have Amazon proper. They just bought Whole Foods recently. Whereas, Google, I think last year, Google is like, Fox. They cancel that bitch if it's not profitable in 1 year. And the only thing that I know, I swear, that Google hasn't canceled that they claim isn't profitable is YouTube, which I straight up think that they're lying about. How is it physically possible that YouTube isn't profitable? They talk about how many like trillions of minutes of video are uploaded a year or whatever.
Yeah.
And how many of those have ads, and Google is making money off of every single one of those ads, and you're lying. Check this out. Google is the biggest search engine in the world, right?
Yep.
Google search. YouTube is the second biggest.
Yeah. Yeah. They definitely.
That's how big Google is.
Definitely got a hat on that. Also, they can't say that YouTube isn't making them money because the YouTubers are getting paid from YouTube, no matter how much that is, big or small. They're getting their checks cut from YouTube, I would assume.
Well, they're getting their checks from Alphabet, which is the owner of Google and YouTube, etc. And no telling how many other smaller companies, but I don't know. That just doesn't strike me as there's no way that's right.
True.
They might have some legal definition of why it's not technically profitable because of this and that, but there's no way in hell. If YouTube's not profitable, then there's no website on the planet that's profitable.
Yeah. Also, how you paying for all them servers, Google? I mean,
they make an incredible amount of money on their search engine,
on
Google proper,
on everything else,
and they own the search engine. They own the. They don't pay for the. Amazon may have their servers. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I'm not going to.
Either way, Google or they have a. You've seen what they've done to Stadia. They've kind of just stayed quiet. They've done similar things to email apps that people liked and messaging apps that people liked that they have. They went quiet on and eventually canceled. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did the same thing to Stadia. It would obviously suck because most of the things that they release, and Google Plus is another one that they release and then cancel, shutter, they're free. Google Stadia was not free.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely true.
Where am I going to play Destiny 2 if it's not on Google Stadia? I mean, it's not like it's free to play.
Yeah, exactly. All those new people that have an account.
I'm sure that Destiny 2 will make its way to Luna.
Yeah, most definitely. Bungie wants everybody to play those games, especially with the new expansion coming out. I don't know. Maybe they'll. I was gonna make a stupid joke about aiming for the moon and ended up with the stars, but
that's
why I didn't.
I'm getting flashbacks to posters on my elementary school wall.
Oh, you didn't have glow in the dark stars above your bed as a kid?
Yeah, but that's a literal thing that people say. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll land in the stars.
Oh,
You've never seen those motivational posters?
No, I have.
Usually, if you looked to the right or left, you would see a cat hanging onto a tree, and it would say "Hang in there."
I heard one that said if you shoot for the moon, you'll end up on the ground because humans can't fly or something. It wasn't a poster. It was just something somebody said, and I was just
Sounds like that. Were you on r/I'm 15 and this is deep?
No, it was I'm in middle school and this person's an edgelord, and now who knows what happened to him? I don't know. So I think that's going to be the show, though. Amazon Luna is interesting. It's a cable package for video games. Allegedly, maybe it'll be better than Google Stadia. It'll definitely be better than Ouya.
It can't be worse.
It can't be worse than Ouya, and it can't be worse.
No, it can't be worse than Stadia. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Ouya, at least you can still play your Ouya. But if Google cancels Stadia, you might not be able to play those games at all.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, Stadia is just bad. It's just bad. I don't know if this will be successful or not, but I will agree that it probably won't be worse than Stadia or Ouya. You gonna buy into this?
I haven't decided yet.
I wonder if there's gonna be a free trial or something.
I don't know. I gotta test it out first. It honestly.
How are you gonna test it out without trying it? Are you gonna try this out? I gotta try it out first.
Trying out automatically means buying it. If there is a free trial, yes, I will try it. It really just depends on how it performs, and ultimately that comes down to one, how they designed it, and two, how good your internet connection is.
Yeah, I was looking up. It's apparently. Hold on, let me look this up real quick.
They
had the minimum requirements. I'm gonna look that up.
Okay.
Again, real quick,
and I was watching a YouTube video on Amazon Luna, and they were talking about how it operates on whatever. I'm not gonna act like I was gonna try to get into the teraflops or however it operates or whatever.
Teraflops?
Whatever it's called.
I said teraflops.
I was gonna try to act like I knew what I was talking about, but I don't know what
we both know you don't.
I don't, so I'm not gonna try to play it off this time. We're just gonna wait for you to find that sweet information. Here it is.
Also, they're saying you don't need Prime, which I don't think anyone would think you would, but I would also assume that this won't come with Prime. It's gonna be one of their premium, like
they're Audible.
Prime doesn't come with Audible. It doesn't come with Comixology. There's other things that it doesn't come with. But, okay, so according, once again, to Tech Radar, Amazon recommends a minimum internet connection speed of 10 megabytes a second for 1080p and 35 megabits per second for 4K. So we could probably get 4K. We definitely could, actually. We could easily get 4K.
Amazon, are you just telling people this so they try? I feel like that's bullshit.
I mean, a lot of people don't have that.
What?
Yeah, a lot of people don't have that.
You said 10, right?
I said 10 for the minimum and 35 for 4K.
Is that not the minimum of what people have, really?
No.
Holy shit.
Dude, not the last place I lived at, but the place before that, we would have, we would get 20, but then sometimes it would just bottom out at 5.
Wow. Man, I guess thinking back to my Comcast days.
And think about people in Montana, a lot of people who live in the Midwest, especially states like Montana, Wyoming, certain places in the deep South, and upstate New York, Alaska, so these places and others, not only in the United States, but of course, Australia is notorious for having bad internet.
That's true.
It's not going to launch there right now this month, but I'm assuming Australia will, be one of the first countries to get it. They usually are.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure they want to have a wide array of testing for this to make sure it works on all type of connections. I'm sure there's people out there that are going to test this on a mobile hotspot just to see what it'll do, because that'll be interesting. Amazon Luna. It's going to be...
Oh, no, I almost read something. The same thing again. So I think that is about all we know so far. I mean, we didn't release we didn't say all the games. Metro Exodus, that's another game that they're going to have on launch. But I'm looking at the Ubisoft thing. I'll just read some more of this stuff. They're saying stream on 2 devices at a time, up to 1080p 60 FPS, and then 4K is coming soon. Let's see, growing library of games, so I guess they're not going to become stagnant. Play on PC, Mac, Fire TV, that's kind of cool. Web apps for iPhone and iPad, so they're saying it's an app, but it's a web app. And then going over here to what Ubisoft has to say unlimited hours of play, Ultimate Editions. Hold up. Ultimate Editions with DLC for select titles.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. Up to 1080p. Same thing on that. Stream on one device at a time for the Ubisoft games. And once again, play on PC, Mac, Fire TV, and web apps for iPhone and iPad.
Okay. Looks like it's going to be hopefully a solid launch for Amazon Luna. We'll let you know if there's any more information about it in the future.
I gotta start eating before the podcast, man. I'm so hungry. I feel like my stomach is coming out of my stomach.
It is. It's tripping on my leg. I don't like it. Let's round this up, boys and girls. You can reach out to the podcast on Instagram at A Dialogue Tree. You can also reach us out on Twitter by the same handle, A Dialogue Tree. If you want to email the show, you can, adialoguetree@gmail.com. If you want to reach out to Ryan on Twitter, you can. It's going to be at Ryan Divisions. If you want to reach out to me on Twitter, it's going to be at Swaylock. All these things are going to be in the description below or the show notes.
You can also listen to the podcast wherever podcasts are available. Of course, it is for free. It's on YouTube. Click that subscribe button, hit the like, etc., and so on. Of course, it's available on Apple Podcasts. It's available on Spotify. We are still happy and proud to say that we are available on Pandora. If you are an Indian listener, we apparently just added several new apps to the Indian exclusive. So that's interesting and cool. I actually have a decent amount of Indian listeners, so shout out. If you listen to it on Pocket Casts, etc., and so on, if you have an app and it's not available on that, let us know. And of course, we'll do our best to try this out. Trying to think. Next week, I'm thinking maybe we'll do the sim. We've been planning on doing a simulation episode. Like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, etc., and so on. And Animal Crossing is releasing their Halloween update. So I was thinking maybe, unless some cool news comes out, because we'd really like to say this isn't a news podcast. It's just a podcast where we talk about stuff that is kind of new, cool, or just stuff that we like, I guess, and interests us is the main thing, and stuff that gets us those SEO clicks. But yeah, so I'm excited about the Halloween update. I haven't played that game much for the last couple months, so yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Animal Crossing.
Did you download the update? Because it came out today.
I think my Switch automatically downloaded it, maybe.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not sure. I need to check.
Mine definitely did, because I opened it up and it said Animal Crossing Halloween updated.
It was plugged in, so
whatever.
I assume it downloaded. I don't know. I was so wrapped up in making sure that Bump stuff downloaded that I wasn't thinking about anything else. But we got them taken care of, and that's going to be it for the show. We appreciate y'all listening. We will see y'all next time. Bye.